mode and rotate it roughly 180 degrees, or not roughly, or sorry, 90 degrees. There we go. And you'll note that for whatever reason, I think because my gizmos and my pivot points and all that are not exactly aligned, so I'm not getting perfect alignment here. I could put another edit poly on this and just grab the verts and snap everything in there, but I can get it a little bit closer by coming up to my twist here and backing off of it a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of maybe drag the slider around until that thing kind of levels up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. 169.5 looks good on that end. Let's see how it looks on this end, just in terms of how level it is to the piece. That actually looks, wow, that looks like it's right on that one. So we're good there. Then it's just a matter of coming back to this guy and see it's an edit poly. So all I need to do is attach that the twisted part. So if I can find the attach button, there it is, and just pick that. Now this thing is attached, but it's not welded. So you'll note that it's a separate element here from the rest of the thing. So those vertices need to be welded in there. And so to do that, I'm going to go to vertex mode. And in this case, these things look to be sitting right on top of each other. So we'll see if I can just kind of select all those right in here and make sure my ignore back facing is turned off, and that, yep, I have 8 vertices selected, and then let's check weld, and yep, now it's only 4, so I know that's welded. And now let's go to these guys. And let's see, am I looking at the right part here? No, down here. And to do this one, I'm going to use target weld and click on that, and then just drag that vert to that vert, that one to that one, and ooh boy, that one to that one, and let's hit F3 to look into the middle here, and that one to that one. And so now let's see about element mode. If I deselect and click, yep, it's going to get everything. So yeah, now that's all good. So let's go down to element mode, go back to that, and F4, and then it's just a matter of doing some UV unwrapping. This thing actually was a little bit of a challenge to UV unwrap. I was expecting it to be fairly easy, but I was surprised that it wasn't. But let's see, does it have? Yeah, it's still, this one's still, wow, that's amazing. It kept my unwrap from the previous time. We'll see, let's take a look at it. Okay, it didn't keep the, it kept the islands, but it didn't keep the stretching, or the flat, relaxing. So let me back out of that one and take a look at the other one, or I can show you kind of how I did it. You know, I did a lot of breaking and then re-welding of pieces, but let's see. Let me turn off those seams. In the edge mode here, you know, I'd use the, or rather, in seam mode. Get out of those. I would come in and pick, say, an edge along there and loop it so that it had all that. And let's see, did I get only one? There, yeah, and loop, and right, and then convert that to a peel seam, and then let's see, let's do another one. And convert to peel, and then it was just a matter of picking where along this thing I wanted to break things out. So I knew these would be hidden, you know, any of these edges in here would be hidden, so I could just kind of come in and pick one of those. Just pick one of those and break it there, and then if I needed to break around, I would do that. You know, but essentially breaking this thing apart in multiple places. go ahead and do across there. And I tried to leave the ones on the top intact so I could break those at other places. You know, so maybe something like that, and on the inside. Right there. And I tend to make these things dark so that I can see these seams real easily, and then do it again maybe over here. But I'm not going to bother to do all of that. And then let's open this thing up. Oh, and I forgot that I have these things are all instances of each other, so I may want to back out of this thing and bring the rest of the thing back up. But here I just go into the UV editor, get all the faces, and reset the peel. And you see it's going to look like it did some really ugly things in here, but it's just a matter of then coming in and this part's all nice and flat. Some of these others are not, so I'd probably want to break those in other places. A lot of this is looking good, but getting, say, some of these islands here, like that guy, and then doing some serious relaxing on it. Yeah, because it's probably inverted and all kinds of, oh, sorry, and I was using edge angles. There we go. Oh, much better. Well, it was starting to scare me. Yeah, and so that's about as good as that one's going to get. And I'd probably further break this apart. And here, let me reload this thing. And you'll see more of what it looks like. Let me pick one of them and open the editor. Basically, I get it till I can have these sections, and these are sections with some of the front faces, the long flat faces, and then the thinner edges faces welded to them and pulled in, stuck in diagonally to try to maximize the, and then relaxed out as much as I could, and then stuck in diagonally to maximize the coverage, so that I get this kind of, right now I'm using a carbon fiber material to fake that kind of nylon strap look, but seems to work pretty well. And then these are all just instances of each other, that where the end of one meets the start of another. All right, hope this helps.